Hey guys, True Grit Scott here, doing another video on this Hyway Titanickel pop-up big bore piston for the MS660. I had a problem yesterday. I threw it on with the old base gasket after I removed the original factory Farmer Tech cylinder, and the gasket looked good to me, but of course after I got everything buttoned back up I did a leak down test and it failed. So I ripped that gasket off this morning and replaced it with I think it's a Sten's, one of the metal gaskets, and I threw some 3-bond down the gasket, 3-bond on the base of the cylinder, threw it back on, and I got to test it again now. One of the things I'll tell you is I hate getting those gaskets off, those paper gaskets, especially from Farmer Tech. What I do find helps a little bit is using acetone, and I have one of these spray bottles here, and it's a refillable spray bottle. I'll fill it up with acetone, then you hit it with the compressor like you're filling a tire, and it'll spray. The only thing I will tell you about the acetone there is that it will eat the paint off the saw if you get it on it, and it will invert the oil seals if given the chance. I had a case that I was putting together and I washed it down with the acetone there, and it inverted the seals. They look like little flowers. So you got to be careful with it, but rubbing it there on the base helps get the gasket off, and it does remove 3-bond real well. Anyhow, I'm going to do a leak down test. A lot of people also call it primary compression testing. And I have a little block off kit that I made for these 660s here, and all it is I got 2 different ways to do it. I got some inner tube material cut to shape, and just a couple pieces of flat stock that I had laying around the shop, nothing fancy. And I either put the one where the carb goes on with these to take up the slack for the mounting bolts. I'm sure there's a name for them, but I can't think of it. Or I'll use the wooden blocks. I actually tend to like these little pieces of pipe better that slide right down on it. So I'll show you this. I had to mod this to do a 44 the other day, and I made it a little bit smaller, but it seems to work fine. And I look for the smoother side and pretty much just line it up, pop it on. I don't know if this is the best video angle here that I got for you guys, but I'm doing what I can. Maybe I'll get better at this at some point. And we probably need a couple of little nuts. There they are, little carb nuts. Hold that on. I'm trying to go quick to not waste your time with, 8 hours of video that you don't want to see. And I'm not saying you want to see this either, but I'll try to make it as quick as I can for you. Try to tighten that down as even as possible. I'm just hoping this thing's going to pass so I can button it back up. Got a carb ready to go on it that I did a little bit of work to, and I wish I would have recorded that. Didn't really think of it. But I think I'm going to try to record more if anybody's actually interested in any of this stuff. Now, these are the outside muffler bolts, and they're short, which I like, because one thing I did notice on this Titanickel cylinder is that the depth of these muffler bolt holes seems a little bit more shallow than the stock Farmer Tech ones. Don't know why.